Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot for serious tarot readers. We don't do rainbows, lollipops, things like that. We don't talk about that stuff. We don't predict stuff. I have done tarot for over 20 years, astrology for over 50. I have found that astrology, because it is the science of cycles within cycles within cycles within cycle, you get the idea. Because there's that time element there, and planetary position, you can forecast. Usually not with specificity, but very useful generalities. You can tell a lot about a baby newborn. You do a chart, you can tell what their potential will be, what their personality is going to be like, what their gifts are like, what their weaknesses are. I mean, just from that. And then you can spot the highs and lows in their lifetime. All as a newborn. And it's amazing. With tarot, however, it is the science of potential. Here you see 5 cards. I've seen some people go 50 cards. I've seen some people do more than 50 cards. Well, I know those people don't know tarot. Not really. Because what they're doing up is making up with quantity, not quality. There's only 5 cards here. I'm not going to do anything, not going to move anything. You're not going to see anything on the screen. It's best just to close your eyes and listen. Occasionally you look up, maybe as I'm talking about a different card, the energy. But I combine just 5 cards to a single energy. That energy is key. By the end of the 12 or 13 minutes, however long it takes, you should know that energy very clearly. You should know whether or not it resonates with you. You should know even how to apply it to your life. And it's going to be different for everybody. When you do an astrological reading, numerological reading, or tarot reading, here's the truth. Out of 100 people, you might resonate with about 10. I mean, where it really connects. The other 90, interesting information, and there are some interesting insights and all of that, but it really doesn't line up. And you really can't force it to line up. But the fact that there are 10 out of 100, that's appropriate. The other 90 will have their opportunity tomorrow, next week, next month. Eventually, because I do, for example, I do a read every day 365. Holidays doesn't make any difference. My goal is to inspire you. The goal of people around me is to remind you, subscribe, like, and share. Because that affects the algorithm, and with the internet as funky as it is, and it's not straight up honest, you know that. But as funky as the internet is, subscribe, like, and share. They want me to remind you, subscribe, like, share, subscribe, like, share. I took care of it. Thank you, people. Now, back to you. My goal is to inspire you, because manifesting is the strongest tool any human being has in terms of their life, their lifestyle. And it is the very thing that is being sucked away from us. Has been, by the way, for quite some time, ever since John D. Rockefeller got into our educational system. He spent a couple of $1 billion in the early 1900s to shape the educational system to what it is today. And what it is today, based on 3 or 4 different studies I've seen, is to suck away your creative ability. John D. Rockefeller said, I want a nation of workers, not thinkers. Because if you think, man, you're pretty hard to control. It's like trying to corral cats. But if you're just workers, just smart enough, as George Carlin says, just smart enough to be able to do something useful for work, but not too smart to question authority, they got you. And that's exactly what the game is. And the 3 or 4 studies that I have seen to confirm this is that the genius potential of a 5-year-old is crazy good. Out of a group of 5-year-olds, 98% of them have strong genius potential. By the time they graduate from college, numbers are just reversed. Only 2% have genius potential. School is meant to drum out your individualism, your ability to think. You get a PhD, you know what it tells you? They're not smart. They just know how to memorize well. That's it. I have never run in my lifetime into a PhD who was creative, inventive, truly creative or inventive. Oh, they can give you all the facts and figures that they learn to memorize. Oh, yeah. Medical doctor, they'll tell you all kinds of shit about that, but they never tell you about curing. Of course, that's intentional. Medicine is for money, not for your health. But more education makes you dumber because you have a smaller creative ability. You can't think for yourself. You think the way they taught you to think. So you manifesting, ooh, baby, you're a big threat. So let's get to the reading. 5 cards. The middle card is the Oracle card. Today it's mending. Okay. Number up in the right-hand corner is 52. 5 means change. 2 means make a decision. And the 5 and 2 together equal 7. There's either an intellectual or spiritual kind of component. So what you're doing is looking to change either your spiritual base or your intellectual base. Maybe both. What in essence you're trying to do is to think for yourself, create for yourself, manifest for yourself. The meme for today says, happiness is the new rich, inner peace is the new success. Health is the new wealth. Kindness is the new cool. Well, that kindness really should be aimed at yourself more than anyone else, because if you can't be kind with you, then you can't be kind with anybody else. And kindness, I want to say very clearly, does not mean caving in. The truth is the truth is the truth is the truth. 2 and 2 equal 4. Nothing else. 2 and 2 equal 4. And it's a very simplistic way of saying that you need to base your life on what is true. And in society today, they do everything they can to change the truth. Why? Because it confuses you. It messes things up. And it's all part of taking away your ability to manifest, because you can't manifest if you don't have a basis of truth, if you don't have a good, solid value system. If you don't know what is or what isn't, you can't manifest. Because manifesting is creating something out of nothing. Ideally positive, but it all depends, I guess, on you. Anyway, let's get to the reading. Let's go all the way to the left. 2 of Wands. 2's always mean decision. Wands, positivity, enthusiasm, gratitude, joy. And one other thing, participation. There is a joy to life. You are actually living, participating in your own life. You're not just simply watching it pass you by. Vast majority of people in the world, that's what they do. That's what they do. Certainly in the Western world, you spend your 40 hours a week plus working for somebody else. Then, of course, you got lunch hour, so that takes an extra half hour to an hour. Then you got transit time, getting to work, coming back from work. And so within the course of a lifetime, you probably put in a 50-hour week easily, just back and forth. It's 50 hours you don't get back again. So you better damn well love your job, because you're sacrificing a major part of your life, at least a third, if not more. I know some jerks that work 100 hours a week and they do it. I'm proud. You're a moron. Because that is absolutely taking your life away. Life was not meant to make money to have things. It was meant to have experiences, connections with people. And the people who work 100 hours a week have a connection. It's with money. It's with work. And I'll guarantee you on their deathbed, they're not going to go, well, my God, I'm sorry, I couldn't put in 110 hours a week, 120 hours a week. So the Two of Wands is saying, I am making a decision for a more joyful life, a life where I feel plugged in. That's why you see him holding up that globe. He is literally manifesting a better, more positive, more joyous life. What he's doing above and beyond all else is using the capacity of judgment. It's an awakening. It's a rebirth. That's what he's doing. He's seeing his life in a new way. The Two of Wands is seeing his life in a new way. He's excited about it. He's positive about it. He has gratitude. He is manifesting in the highest possible manner. Let's go to the next card, Seven of Cups. Cups are things that we are connected to emotionally. It could be a person, be a thought, idea, a memory. Doesn't make any difference. But the Seven of Cups talks about fantasy, wishful thinking, so many distractions. Ooh, I like this. Ooh, I like this. Ooh, I like this. Ooh. In the end, you don't know what the hell you like. You don't know why you like it. And whatever you choose, you're not going to like because, geez, I could have done that now. And then I could have done that, and I could have done that, and I could have done that. That's one of the things, like with relationships, I think why our divorce rate is so high, because of the socializing or socialization of people. We think we have so many choices, right? Go on the internet. Oh, look how attractive I am to all these people. Well, you're not attractive at all. It's a game they're playing. It's called conquer. And once they get you in a position they want, they've won, and then it's all over. And I've known a lot of people who have said, geez, you know, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this person, I want this, I want this, I want this. When they get there, because there are so many distractions, they're back on the internet looking for other options. Hell, I do that myself. It's not. I don't do dating sites or apps like that. Isn't it? But you can get into these stories, and I keep looking. Once I get one story, I go, and do I stop? No. I start looking at the list and go, ooh, that's interesting to me. That's interesting to me. Outside of wasting an hour or 2 hours on the thing, I still am looking for more, and I have to kind of just rein things in and go, stop. Don't be an idiot. But when you think you have choice, and we're really not given true choice, we're given distractions. And when you make that choice, if you're aware of the other options, guess what? You're not going to be happy with your choice because, you know, I could have had that. I know it would have been better. How do you know? So in simpler times, I think we were more focused and I think we were happier. So when we talk about the idea of mending, we're talking about mending your life. Don't look back. Don't look back. First of all, you're never going to go back with what's going on in the world these days. You know change is inevitable. Is it good change? I know there are a lot of people who hand you that line of bullshit. Oh, yeah, it's going to be positive. No, it's not. We don't know. We don't know. And too many people sitting on their ass doing nothing to make me feel comfortable with the fact it's going to be better. Do we have the potential? Yeah, I do. But people, if they want freedom, they're going to have to take the responsibilities of freedom. It's like if you get a car. Oh, yeah, you got to put in the gasoline, you got to get the insurance, got to change the oil, got to rotate the tires, got to take care of the engine, got to. Whatever you own owns you. So the final card is the Eight of Cups, walking away from something you love. That's where the mending comes. That's where not looking back comes. You cannot look back. You're going to have to walk away from a piece of your life, a part of your life, and never look back. It ain't coming. And you don't want it back. And wasn't that much fun to begin with, wasn't that good for you. But you got that connection pulling at you. Don't look back. Fix and move ahead. That's the reading for today. Back again tomorrow with another Tao manifested reading. Between now and the next time, peace and blessings.